Hello everyone, my name is Latanya Richardson and I'll be setting up an instrument pan for the general minor laparotomy set. And the first set I will start with is the number 3 knife handle, which is located here. So I'll place that first. The next one I have, that one is for cutting and dissecting. The next one that I have is the number 7 knife handle. I don't have that here on hand, but that looks like this here, and that will be placed next to the number 3 knife handle, and that is also used for cutting and dissecting. The next one I have is the yanker's suction, and that is used for aspiration and suctioning. I'm sorry, I'm going to try and back this up a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Let me move the table back, sorry. Okay. Alright, and the next one that I have is the DeBakey Standard, which is used for grasping and holding. And that tool looks like this. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going through these flashcards and trying to show you guys at the same time while laying these instruments out. This is the DeBakey, and this is used for grasping and holding. And the next one that I would have is the tissue forceps with teeth, and that is used for grasping and holding as well. I don't know if you can, hopefully you guys can see the tips of those on there. And the next one that I have is the Adson pickup with teeth. And I do not have the Adson pickups with teeth, but those look like this here. I'm going to show you on the instrument card. The next one is the brown Adson pickup, and I don't have that one either, but that is also used for grasping and holding. Next I have the towel clips non-penetrating, and that will look like this. And you can't just open these, you have to slightly pull them forward and backwards to open them. And these are going to go on the stringer because they have handles. So I'm going to put these on the handles, and I'm going to lay them next to all of the other instruments that does not have any handles. Next I would have the penetrating towel clips. The penetrating towel clips, I do not have those, but I have them on the card here to show you guys how they look. And those are, both of those towel clips, the non-penetrating and penetrating, are both accessories. Next I would have the mosquito clamp. I do not have that to display here, but I have that card here to show you guys how that looks. And that is for clamping and occluding. The next I would have is the Kelly clamp and the Crow curved clamp, and they're both on the same card. And the difference between those is that the serrations on the Kelly clamp goes halfway up the jaw, while the Crow clamp goes all the way up the jaw. And those are used for clamping and occluding. Next I have the Alice, and I have that here, the Alice tissue forceps. And the Alice tissue forceps are used for grasping and holding, and they also have handles on them. So that will be also put on the stringer as well. And the next one would be the Alice long. I don't have the Alice long, but the Alice long kinds of look similar to the shorter Alice that I just showed you guys, but it's way longer. And that would also be placed on the stringer, and those are used for grasping and holding as well. And the next one that I have is the kosher forceps. Looks like this. And the kosher forceps, they are used for grasping and holding as well. So I would take that and open it and put that on the stringer. And I have all of these instruments going in the same direction. The next one is the Carmalt. I do not have the Carmalt, but I do have the card showing what the Carmalt is, and it is kind of similar to the instrument that I just had here, the kosher. This is a Carmalt clamp, and the Carmalt clamp is used for clamping and occluding. They're not used, the kosher is used for the grasping, and the Carmalt is used for clamping and occluding. So they do look familiar, but they're both used for different things. The next one that I would like to get to is the right angle Dietrich. I hope I'm saying that right. But the right angle Dietrich looks like this. At the end of the tip, it has a right angle, like a 90-degree angle, as you can see on there. And that is used for clamping and occluding. The next one is the mixer, the right angle mixer. And I do have that here. Let me see. I do have that here somewhere. Okay. This is the right angle mixer here. And as you can see, it goes up in a 90-degree angle as well. And it also has handles. And I'm going to place that on the stringer as well. And again, it is going in the same direction as all the other tools. And that instrument is used for clamping and occluding. Next, I have the needle Mayo Hagar. I don't have the 5-inch needle holder, but this is how that looks on the instrument card, and that is used for suturing. The next one that I would have is the needle Mayo Hagar, the 7-inch, and I do have the 7-inch here. I do have the 7-inch, but I did not have the 5-inch. So they are kind of quite similar, but they are just in different lengths. And this is used for suturing as well, the same as the 5-inch. So I'm going to place this one on the stringer because it has handles. So my next one would be the Forester forceps. I do not have the Forester forceps, but the Forester forceps looks like this. They kind of look like they have ovals at the end of them, and these are used for clamping and occluding as well. And the next one that I would go to is the straight Mayo scissors. I do not have the straight Mayo scissors, but I do have the card here, and it displays on there how that looks, and that is for cutting and dissecting. I hope you guys can see well. Sorry about that. The next one I have is the curved Mayo scissors. I do have the curved Mayo scissors, and this is how the curved Mayo scissors look. I'm going to turn that to the side so you can see the curve in it. And it also has handles. So I'm going to place this on the stringer as well. And again, I'm going to make sure that all of the instruments are going in the same direction. Okay, the next one I have is the Metzenbaum scissors, and they're used for cutting and dissecting. Metzenbaum scissors. These are the Metzenbaum scissors, and they kind of also have a curved tip at the end of these as well. So I'm going to place these on the stringer, and the Metzenbaum scissors are used for cutting and dissecting. Next is a Sin retractor. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but the Sin retractor is used for retracting and exposing. This is how they look at the end. It kind of looks like a fork, a curved fork at the end. And this is like a hook. And these are used for like retracting and exposing. So I'm going to lay this next to here because it doesn't have handles. So it will be placed next to all the other instruments. The green goiter, I do not have the green goiter, but I do have here on the card, on the instrument card, how that looks. And this is how the green border looks. And the green border is used for retracting and exposing. I also have the Wetlander Small. I don't have the Wetlander Small, but I do have that here on the instrument card showing what that is, and that is also used for retracting and exposing. And the last that I have on the list is a set of small spring retractors. I do not have the small spring retractors here, but I do have the instrument card to display how those look here. They kind of have like rings all through them, and I'm not sure if those would be placed on a stringer or not, but I'm going to do a little bit more research to find out if they are supposed to be placed on the stringer. And here I have all of my tools that are supposed to be on the stringer. And here I have laid out all of the instruments that are supposed to be set aside on the stringer. Thank you.